Hey guys, what's going on? James 4-wheel drive here. So for today we're going to be working on my 2018 RZR 1000. We're going to be putting this kicker over here in the subwoofer box. We're going to take that speaker out and we're going to be putting it in this Rockford Fosgate enclosure. And this is a molded enclosure that is made for the RZR 1000. Here's the model number right here. Mine is a 2018. It's a 1000, and the story goes, I put this box in my side-by-side and I hooked it up to the amp that's in the roof that I have right here. Sorry for the noise. It is 100 degrees today. So I hooked this subwoofer up, and excuse the mess, I'm so busy. I gotta go. We're going riding tomorrow, so busy. Anyways, I put this kicker in the passenger seat, hooked it up to that amp, and it sounded so good. I was so blown away with it, by how well the system sounded, that I decided to break down and go ahead and buy me a subwoofer box. I picked this box for two reasons. Number one, it's very large. The SSV Works box, it allows for some space for a glove box. These are completely sealed. There is no glove box on these. So you get a much bigger space, number one. Number two, it is ported. It does have a nice port, and it does have a cap. So if you want to cap the port, you can cap the port on the inside. But main two reasons is it's larger and it has the port. And this is a ported box, and I assume that the port is going to make it sound the best. So I tried sealing the port on it. It didn't sound well. It didn't sound right. So I guess the only takeaway, the downfall by using this is you lose your glove box. Luckily for me, I only carry like 3 or 4 remotes and a toolkit in my glove box. I rarely carry any gear, you know. So those remotes are going to go in this waterproof case that I have. I actually use this for my jet ski. I put my key fob in it and then I throw it in my jet ski so that my key fobs don't get wet when I'm out jet skiing. And I've used it to float the river before. Put a little thing on there and it'll keep anything, it'll keep your phone, whatever, nice and dry. So I guess that's it. We're gonna tear the dash apart and put you on time lapse, and you'll get to see me tear everything apart, and we'll show you how to install it. You got your 2 screws for your dash. I had a windshield, so I had to take the windshield off. Screw here, pop your dash off. Then once you get that out of the way, there's a screw here that goes through the front. There's one that goes through here through the front, and there's one right there. Okay, that pops off, and it's 2 screws. I mean, it didn't get much easier than that. So let's mount the subwoofer in the box. So we ran into a snag. They don't supply the hardware to install the speaker, number one. Number two, the holes for, I guess, Rockford Fosgate, whatever this box is made for, doesn't fit a kicker. So I had to use self-drilling tappers, and I positioned the speaker whatever and just drilled it straight through into the plastic. I think it'll hold fine. I don't think there's going to be an issue. But if there is an issue and it breaks out or it pulls them out, I didn't drill into the actual molded ones. So I can go get a new speaker and then actually screw it to the molded ones, and it should be fine. So, alright, let's mount it on the machine. Alright, so we got her mounted. There's just 2 bolts at the top, the factory ones, and then you have these 2 screws at the bottom. She's in. We'll run our wiring and put everything back together. It'll be interesting. So I was going to use crimp terminals, but I decided to use solder and heat shrink. I got some marine heat shrink that's got the glue in it, so I figured why not. So We're gonna solder this, and then we're gonna pull this solder connection up, and it's gonna be like right here in the middle of this thing. So when you look, all you'll see right here, when you look, all you'll see is this black stuff. And then we're gonna pull it out. Sorry. We're gonna pull it out right here, curl it back up, and run it over into the amp. And that's how we're gonna wire it. All right, guys, so we got it all put back together. I don't know if you can see it up in there. Maybe, hopefully. So we got it all hooked up. I'll be honest, I hooked everything up. And then I went and rode all weekend because it was making a rattling noise and it was bugging me in the video and I didn't like it. So I said I'll mess with it later. But I went and rode all weekend, and when you're driving you don't even notice it. So if you hear a little bit of a rattle, it could be the subwoofer box, it could be the subwoofer, it could be a lot of things. I'm not really certain where the noise is coming from, but I didn't notice it. Once the vehicle is running and you're driving down the road, you really don't even notice it. So let's turn the sucker on. It sounds really good, by the way. God, it sounds so good. It sounds so good. I just got done watching. I haven't heard it since I was riding all weekend. It sounds amazing. So, oh man. So, I guess that's gonna be it for this video. Man, that sounds so good. It sounds really good for a racer, for an outdoor system. So turn that off. So it did good all weekend. I rode all weekend long, no problems. I had to mess with the amp a couple times, like turn it down and turn it up, just depending on the song types that I was listening to. But man, it just sounds really, really, really good for what I've done and what I have in this thing. It sounds really, really, really good. So anyways, I give it a thumbs up. Remember, the subwoofer box is Rockford Fosgate. The subwoofer itself is a Kicker Comp S. The amp is a Rockville amp, Marine amp, 2400 watt. I have channels 1 and 2 going to each 1 and 2. And then I have channels 3 and 4 bridged to the Kicker. And then I have the sound bar. Made by Boss Audio. So, and that's controlled by this controller right here. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me install it. That should be it for now. I got some other video ideas in the future, so if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.